Welcome in, everybody. It's Frogman here, King Pepe II, bringing you some more Brown Dust 2 contents. Well, technically, the maintenance and update um, well, before the update. So, here we're going to cover what's new and also a little bit more about Michaela's skill set. And I did read it, and it is quite something with the penalty, but we'll get into that. Like, subscribe if you like the video, and let's hop into it. Okay, so as we all know, the maintenance schedule, it's going to happen on March 26th, 11:50 p.m. UTC time through March 27th, 3:30 a.m. UTC time. So it's about 3 hours to 4 hours for maintenance. Okay. Story Pack 16, Triple Alliance update. It's going to be released as well, main story. So I'm so ready for this right now. I'm very, very excited. Okay? Very, very excited indeed. So fully voiced support. So it's going to be dubbed in both Korean and Japanese, as always. And they're also going to do the season event Delight, which is the following for the first half of Liberta's um, event story. And it tells you all the rewards you can get from it as well, right here in the shop for the upcoming one. Okay. So we're also going to be getting the costumes eligible, which I did in my last video. So the acting Archbishop, Michaela, codename Elise, Queen of Signatures Michaela, and then the Void Grunhilder. So these are the four upcoming costumes. So get ready for the rerun for Queen of Signatures Michaela. She is very, very strong. I would highly suggest going for her if you haven't already either. She is very, very strong. Very powerful. Her penalty is reducing the SP count by 6 for your team. So always put her there at the very last when attacking, just so you know you get everyone's attack out there first. It's basically how a lot of people use her for battling. Okay. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so they're also going to be added, obviously, in the what's it called? The Ashes of Hope. I always want to say Powder of Hope. I don't know why. I always do. Okay, so here's the new special guest update. Obviously, we got our girl Elise here, finally making her debut into the hearts of all of us at the Gloopy Diner. And there she is. I'm very excited for this one. Been wanting to do another Gloop Talk. So very, very excited. I will be also covering this. Not sure if I'll be able to post it on my YouTube channel because it is going to be very spicy. I might have to, I don't know, I might have to like add a blur effect to some certain areas. I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. But I would really like to do you know, a test play of it, so to say, for a video of it. Okay, so here's some of the special interaction improvements we got here. So toolbar function added, which I did talk about in my last video. So it'll be a lot easier for you to interact with items to use on her, much like how Teresa's was, but a little bit more, I guess, more easy for you to spot. Because I'm not sure if a lot of people noticed that there were items on that little table that you could use on Teresa, but I'm pretty sure now that they'll be available to see on the screen. You'll be able to click on them now. Okay, so camera controls are also improved. So the camera mode button in the bottom right corner of the interaction screen has been removed, allowing for direct camera control. That's actually very nice. So it was really, in my opinion, it was really tough because like every time I wanted to zoom on in or something, I always am just used to like scrolling in, or like moving the actual or clicking on the screen like this, and then like the moving the screen, you know what I mean, for an angle. So that's really nice. That's actually really nice. So mobile users, obviously, you have to pinch with your two fingers to zoom in and out with the camera, and then obviously drag with your fingers on your screen. Then PC, it's right clicking through the camera positioning, and then the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Okay. The method for saving interaction progress will be changed. Interesting. So if you move to the next stage of an interaction, then switch to the home screen or another illustration before returning, the interaction would reset to the first stage. Okay, that's not bad. I always reset mine when I'm done, to be honest. That's what I do. Now, if you move to the next stage of interaction and then switch to the home screen or another illustration before returning, the interaction will resume from the stage you were previously on. Oh, okay. So that's what they meant by this. Okay. I never noticed this one. Maybe it's because I always reset it. But okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's very easy to just reset your progress too, so it's nothing too, too much to think about. Okay, so gray hearts indicate interactions are not available for your character yet. Okay. Oh, a new sorting option, interaction priority, will be added to the Infinity. Uh, will be added to the Affinity cutscene tab in the home screen settings. Infinity cutscene tab. Interesting. Okay. Story replay feature update. So pack story replay. Previously completed pack stories can now be replayed. Tap the story icon at the bottom of the home menu to access story packs, character packs, and content packs. Story replay is available after clearing the main quest on normal difficulty. Sorry about that. Main play lets you watch the entire story from start to finish, while chapter list lets you select individual main quests. If the pack has an NPC quest, you can view it again by selecting it at the top of the chapter list tab. Okay, then we'll check that out too. Because I'm kind of curious if you can actually replay like battle sequences in it now. Because that was actually something I was wondering about. So let's see if that is true. Season event story replay. So past season event stories can now be replayed. I did cover this. So they're going to be starting all the way from Goodbye Freedom um, to now with adding where you can just freely view it now, which I think is a really nice feature. So I'm very, very happy with that one. Minigame update. They'll be adding all the minigames from Pandora Escape to the Onsen Tile Tactics minigames. So I'm actually looking forward to doing Pandora Escape. The Tile Tactics was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a lot tougher than Pandora Escape. I actually did. Um, they also fixed Luvencia's balance will be improved. Wait, are they talking about her cutscene her skill interaction scene? I don't know if they changed that or not. To be honest, I haven't really read anything about it. I know they were talking about it, but I'm not sure if they changed it. Let me see. A reset button will be added to the upgrade menu to allow stat upgrades to be reset. Any currency spent on previous upgrades will be fully refunded upon reset. Why would you want to reset your progress? I'm just saying. I wouldn't reset my progress. I worked hard to get that. But it's there available if you want to do it, if you want to challenge yourself, I guess. So let's see what else we got here. Guild raid improvements. Ranking features added and changed. A guild ranking tab will be added, allowing you to check the top 10 guilds. Okay, then. The previous contribution ranking will be renamed to guild contribution ranking. The ranking criteria will be changed as below. Guild ranking, total score of guild members, guild contribution ranking, individual player scores. Okay, then. So if you want to read this here in the notes, I don't know, like, I just play this for fun, to be honest, a lot of the times. It's very, as always in any gacha game, it's difficult to maintain guild ranks. But if you're into that, here it is. Here's the news about it. Not too much, I would say. Like playability wise, I don't think anything's changed. I think it's just the way, I guess the way you look at like the way you can look at the top 10 guilds. I think it's changed. They changed a little bit. They added like statues and things with the names of the guilds, like top 3 guilds. It even says here with their names and standing. So it'll be all in Story Pack 3 at the mercenary area. You'll be able, if you go upstairs, you'll be able to see like the top 3 guilds. It resets all the time. So um, scoring system adjustments here. So if you're into this and this is your fancy here, then well, here's the information for it. so to say. But I think all of us would like to know, what is my girl Michaela's penalty for activating her skill? I think everybody wants to know this, right? So we'll head on to it then. Wait a minute. Let's see. Last night related achievements will be added. Oh, they're adding achievements to this. Okay, then. Okay, guys. So let's see. So, my goodness, I'm so excited for my girl Michaela's debut here for her new costume. And yes, it is very voluptuous. Let's just say. Okay, so if we go and look at her penalty, this is what it is. So I did read this, guys. I was like, oh my goodness. So your crit damage is increased by 300% for 4 turns at +0. Okay, your defense and magic resistance is reduced by 90% for 4 turns, guys. Okay, so yes, that's the killer there, right there. That is it, right there. Um, deal. I don't know. It says N. I don't know what that means. I guess it's like the number, I guess, of magic damage you have. So deals magic damage to the enemy equal to 80% of your magic attack. So like all of our other ones, magic percentage plays a key role with crit damage. So I would say 7 substats for magic percentage, and then 8 substats for like crit damage. That's what I would say to go for a perfect build. Um, and I called it, guys. I called it. I said it too. You all heard me say it too. I said her range is going to be an AoE type. What can I say, guys? I knew it was going to be an AoE. I had a feeling. So looks like +1, her SP count is reduced by 1 point. Okay, so I would say then +1 in her is the sweet spot. Then, unless you do want to go, which I am going to be going all out for her, by the way. Um, so it looks like her critical damage is increased further at +4, however, to 400% for 6 turns. So let's see here. SP count goes down by 1 to 3 at +1. And then when you get to +2, your magic damage is then your magic damage is equal to 120%. So it goes up by 40% at +2. Stays the same at +0 and +1 with the percentage for your magic attack. So then it goes +3 is extended with the crit damage increase by 300% by 2 more turns. So total 6 turns at +3. Then +4 is where you get the 400% damage for 6 turns. And then +5 is the magic damage you deal to the enemy is equal to 160%. So let me see here. So +1, +3. In all honesty, what I would say is this: I would say go for the +3 if you want to extend your turns for the crit damage. I would say to go for +3. Now that's just me, guys. I'm not sure if she's gonna be placed now as someone you can recruit in like the bar or the what was the other one? The inn. I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess and assume that she'll be where you can recruit her for free. So meaning like you won't have to like if you wanted to go and +2 her and then recruit her in like let's say Story Pack 14's bar area, you can go and do so and +3 her for free. Like you can like basically you can +1 her for free. That's not like at any point if you want to do that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add her. Like I wouldn't really see any other reason why they wouldn't, because technically she was introduced main story wise in Story Pack 14, so that's why I'm saying this. Um, yeah, okay, so I was correct. So she'll be recruitable in the Story Packs pub and can be recruited as a companion using a 5-star contract. So I was correct. So yeah, so she'll be in the area then. So I'll definitely, obviously, I'll recruit her big time. So if you want to save yourself some rolls, and let's just say you want to, well, let's just say like you were rolling and you want to get her like a one more plus, then she'll be added to like the bar area. Just go to Story Pack 14, you'll find her very easily. It's kind of like how Blade is and how they did with everybody else. So now there are certain costumes that don't appear this way, but main story wise, you'll always find them at the bar or the inn. So you can like um plus one them for free basically. So I would say go for a +3 in my opinion. That's where I would say, guys, just to extend the turn duration here for the 300% for crit damage. Now, if you want to go for the 400%, you have to go for the +4. But I would say +3 is where it's safest to say, where I feel she'll be doing a great amount of damage still. But also, it's really dependent upon your how well you want to invest in her too. Skill potential, so damage dealt increased by another 40%. Crit damage is increased by 100%. And so she reduces SP cost by 1. So a total of 2 SP points then in total, that means. Very nice, in fact. Very, very nice. So, wait a minute. So this changes a little bit of things. So if you really want to, then you could go for maybe a +2. If you wanted to, because it still would increase it by another 100% with her skill potential. A +3, it'll do the same thing. It'll go to 400%. So +4. So yeah, actually, so she would be dealing a +5 at that point, or +4 even. She'll be doing like 500% for 6 turns with the skill, and then more damage dealt increase. So another with her magic would be what, 160% at +4. Then at +5, she'll be doing like 200% of her magic attack. Yeah, she's gonna do a lot of damage. And plus the 2 SP count. Oh yeah. Okay, so I would still say just go for her at like +3 because of this. Because of the, I would say just because of the 6 turns. Because more turns for extending it is always a nice thing. So that's why I would say that, to do +3. Then go for a skill tree if you want to invest in her, which is what I'm going to do. But yeah, okay then. Then they're going to have her weapon. I love her weapon, by the way. I think it's very nice. I love the look of it too. It's a very, very, it's very beautiful, let's just say, weapon for her. Matches her so, so well. At least that's how I feel about it. And here are the base stats for it and the exclusive stat. If you want to get a look at it. Her magic attack +67 for the exclusive stat. Then the basic stat, you have her fixed magic attack at 37. Then it just gives you 3 random substats, basically. So there you go. That is the news with the new costume, Michaela, for her Archbishopist, or Archbishop. I'm very excited, guys. I'm very, very excited for her. And yes, I am going to be making a video again when she debuts, and I'll be doing my polls for anyone that wants to see that, because I know how everybody likes to see polls, right? We love to see our polls be put on screen for eternity. But yes, let's get pumped up for this, guys, and I hope you guys are saving, because right after hers is Wilhelma. Okay. However, she is gonna be now. When I did my video last and I read everything about her, they said Hikage next to her name. Like, she's gonna be a lot like Hikage from Senran Kagura. So in case nobody got Hikage, and they really would have wanted her or wanted a unit like her, Wilhelma is gonna be your best bet then, because she is gonna be a single target chain damage dealer. Now, I don't know how many chains of damage he's going to do, but since they did say she's going to be like Hikage, they might do a 12 chain combo hit with her. Now, remember when Liberta's Onsen dropped and they introduced the augmentation for like a 10 chain damage, right? I had a feeling, and I think all of us had this feeling too, that they were going to add more chain damage dealers down the line to basically make a team with her. You know what I mean? With Libertas And then on top of that, now we have Liberta's other support other support costume, right? So that's why I wasn't too surprised about it. But like I said, if you missed out on Hikage, I would definitely go for Wilhelma then, or Wilhelmina. I mean, I call her Helmina just for short. But yeah, I would totally go for her then. But until then, we won't get her maintenance notes or what she's capable of until 2 days before the actual maintenance is due for her. So there you go. And then we have Elise, codename Elise. They're doing the rerun for her, right? Um, Now she was actually one of the costumes that was buffed up in the 1.5 anniversary, I believe. So restores 3 SP to allies, and she deals physical damage to the enemy 500% of your attack at +0. Her range is basically a square, but she does a lot of damage, and she also restores SP points. So I would say she's not bad, to be honest. I think she's not bad. I think she's actually a nice costume to have, in my opinion. Let's see. So SP count goes down by 2, so by 1 point at +3. Okay. It looks like for each upgrade until you get to +3, her damage goes up by 100%. So I would say +3 in her is the sweet spot, unless you want to go to like the full +5 to increase the damage. But that's totally up to you. I would say +3 is actually where she would stand in good standings with your team if you have her as a team member. And plus, she does add more damage increase. So basically, at +3, she'll do like 800% for attack. 800% of your attack. So her damage would equal 800% of your attack, whatever it might be. So for skill tree. And then increases allies SP by 1. So she does a total of 4 SP. That's actually really nice. Reduce skill cooldown by 4 turns. Nice. That's also a very nice thing, too. So there you go, guys. So basically, her cooldown turn is like 1 turn. That's incredible, in fact. That's definitely nice. So for a single target attack, that's incredible, I gotta say. So there you go. There's a rundown with the lovely Lady Elise here. Her exclusive gear and her stat is attack is 67. Her normal stat is fixed defense by 9%. Then obviously, you get three randomized substats, right? Okay, so let's see here. So it tells you the scheduling as well again here. So there you go. They're going to be adding Liberta in the Powder of Hope shop, by the way. So if you want a +1er in it, she'll be there. She'll be there, okay? I would highly suggest +1ing her at any point, okay? They're also going to be adding Blood Glut and Ustia too to the Powder of Hope shop. I don't know if I would go for her, to be honest, just because she's a very specific type when like if you're going to recruit her, keep in mind that a lot of her damage comes from property. So basically, you would have to face off against a dark elemental or dark property type in order to fully utilize her entire skill. So just keep that in mind if you want to go for her. Yes, she's nice to have look-wise, definitely. Skill animation-wise, I would say is an S tier in my opinion. But combat-wise, she's very specific with targeting, I should say, when it comes to attacks. So keep that in mind, okay? Plus, she does do fixed damage, so... Okay, so then we have... Let's see. So, reruns of... of Queen of Signatures, Michaela. She'll be on April 3rd to April 16th. So, if you want to wait and you want to go for the Queen of Signatures instead, she'll be there. And as well, she'll be added to the Powder of Hope shop, too. Just like she was last year. Okay, guys? So I think that's more or less the scoop there. And then we have, obviously, some other issues fixed here. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I hope you're all prepared. March 27th, okay, is when the update happens, main story. Michaela's costume drop for her new Archbishopess. I always say Archbishopess. Archbishop um, is going to be added to. We have the lovely Lady Elise here with her new special guest interaction. So get ready for that too as well. Hope you guys saved up. And if you don't want to go for her, then I would save up for either Wilhelmina or Morphia, because Morphia is on the horizon too for her apostle. Okay, guys. So with that being said, stay safe and healthy, save up, and good luck on your pulls, everybody. And I'll see you all on the 27th. Okay? Take care, guys.